Right now, you're supposedly using only 10% of your brain. The other 90%? Just sitting there, collecting dust like your gym membership. But what if you could unlock it all? What if every neuron fired at maximum capacity? What if your brain became a biological supercomputer? No more forgetting where you put your keys. No more blanking on names. No more it's on the tip of my tongue moments. Congratulations. You just became the smartest human who ever lived. But here's the terrifying part. You might have also signed your own death warrant. First few hours? Pure intellectual ecstasy. Every test becomes kindergarten level. Every puzzle, child's play. That Rubik's Cube that's been mocking you for years? Solved in 2 seconds. You're not just smart. You're omniscient. Stock market patterns become crystal clear. You predict weather changes by feeling air pressure. You solve crimes by noticing dust particles. Your brain processes information like a quantum computer. Every sense becomes a high-definition data stream. You don't just see colors. You see the electromagnetic spectrum. Finally, you understand everything. The universe makes sense. Life has meaning. You are enlightened. But here's what Hollywood never tells you about unlocking your full brain. Your skull wasn't designed for this much horsepower. And some knowledge was never meant for human minds. Hour 6. Your brain is consuming 20% of your body's energy. Now it needs 100%. Your heart can't pump blood fast enough. Your lungs can't deliver oxygen quick enough. Hour 12. Seizures begin. Your neurons are firing so fast they're literally burning out. It's like running a Ferrari engine in a golf cart. Day 1. Sensory overload. You hear every conversation in a 5-mile radius. You see every photon of light. You feel every vibration in the ground. The world becomes a screaming symphony of information. Day 2. Your brain starts eating itself. Literally. It's cannibalizing healthy tissue to fuel this intellectual bonfire. But the real horror? What you start to understand. You see the patterns. All of them. Every lie everyone's ever told. Every secret. Every hidden motive. Every cruel truth about human nature. You realize your best friend secretly resents you. Your family's love comes with conditions. That person who smiled at you? They're calculating how to use you. You don't just understand people. You understand how predictable they are. How mechanical. How empty. Worst of all, you understand yourself. Every decision you've ever made. Every emotion you've ever felt. It's all just chemical reactions and electrical impulses. Free will, an illusion. Love, evolutionary programming. Day 3. You try to explain your revelations. But how do you explain calculus to a goldfish? How do you describe color to someone who's never seen? Every conversation becomes torture. People move so slowly, think so simply. It's like being Neo in the Matrix. But instead of cool sunglasses, you get crippling loneliness. You want to help humanity, but they can't understand your help. You want to connect, but connection requires equality. You're not human anymore. You're something else. The cruelest irony? Infinite intelligence means infinite awareness of how alone you are. You understand everything. Except how to be happy. Day 4. Your consciousness expands beyond your body. You perceive the universe as it really is. And you realize, we're nothing. Less than nothing. A brief spark in an indifferent cosmos that doesn't know we exist. You see the heat death of the universe. You calculate exactly when every star will burn out. You understand that everything everyone has ever done, every achievement, every love story, it's all temporary noise in infinite silence. Day 5. Your brain gives up. Not from processing power, from despair. Because here's what ultimate intelligence reveals. Some questions don't have answers. Some problems can't be solved. Some truths can't be lived with. Maybe we only use 10% of our brains because that's all we can handle. Maybe ignorance isn't a bug. It's a feature. See, this isn't really about brain power. It's about the blessing of human limitations. That moment when you can't remember someone's name? That's your brain protecting you from remembering every cruel thing they've ever said. That feeling when you don't understand something? That's wonder. That's the possibility of discovery. That's what makes learning beautiful. We don't need to use 100% of our brains. We need to use 100% of our hearts. We need to feel more, not think more. Love more, not know more. The smartest thing about being human? Knowing that some things are worth believing in, even if you can't prove them. Hope, love, meaning, purpose. Maybe our limited brains aren't holding us back. Maybe they're setting us free. So the next time you forget something, or can't solve a problem, or feel confused about life, remember, you're not broken. You're not limited. You're not using only 10% of your brain. You're using exactly the right amount to be wonderfully, gloriously human. Smart enough to create. Not smart enough to despair. Wise enough to love. Not wise enough to know why love is impossible. Perfect intelligence is perfectly lonely. But beautiful stupidity? That's where friendships live. That's where laughter happens. That's where hope survives. Now tell me, what's something you're grateful not to know? Drop it in the comments. Because sometimes the most human thing about us is our beautiful ignorance. And if this made you appreciate your wonderfully imperfect brain, subscribe. Because being human isn't about being perfect. It's about being perfectly imperfect. Together.